That's a good one. 20 feet behind the boat. Coming up. Well,
when he wants to, he will.
The fun part is just letting them go where they want. You know, it's. He likes that red tail, doesn't he? Huh? Isn't that a beauty? I mean, that's
pretty good.
A nice white bass. Because they just move from one low current area to the next until they get ready to drop those eggs. On those clay banks, you're looking for the slick water where there's no current, and they'll move right up in that deep of water. I'm telling you, it can be really shallow, and they use it as a rest place and to catch food. They get their energy. They'll move right on upstream into that current to drop their eggs. So, and pretty much any place behind these laydowns, these blowdowns that are in the water, I mean, they're going to be here for years. That tree in front of us that I'm going to tie to, it'll be here for 20 years. It's been here for 10. So, you know, those are traditionally good places. If the fish move in there this year, they'll move in there for forever. I mean, they're just great places. The bubbles right on top of the water. See that when the water's coming through that tree, it's churning those little particles of white water or foam, and you can see how slow they move until they break out into the current again. That marks the separation between really swift water and calm water. So, you know, that makes it easy to find them, and you'll catch more fish out of those eddies because people can feel the bite better. They can actually feel the fish hit. And what I see up here is they tend to move around a little bit. You know, there's certain places that I like to start, like this little ditch right here, because it gives us several things. We can look and see how the fish are responding to the shallow areas or whether they're in the deeper water. But there is a lot of area. I mean, you'd be surprised that there's some places that you're going to catch more fish, and you just have to figure it out on any given day. Yeah, if we're not pulling fish in 15 minutes, you just might as well move. I mean, that's the process that I have. Yeah, you catch, you know, what, 10, 20, sometimes we load the cooler up in one spot and the fish will move on you. Sure do. And why they move, I have no idea. None whatsoever. And when you see a boat in front of you or behind you catching fish, you're going to get your chance, because the fish are constantly moving. They don't just sit on the bottom and wait for, you know, anytime particularly if you cast up into the current, and as again, a lot as the bait is we're using 1/4 ounce jig head, a grub. You know, if they're not real aggressive, they'll hit it once or twice while it's floating down in the current, and you won't feel it because you're trying to take up the line. Yep. Sometimes they're really aggressive. That's when I can catch them. When they're real aggressive, I can catch them.